Water rising in the street because of a clogged storm drain is a nuisance.
But rising sea levels caused by climate change have forced communities up and down the Maine coast to make expensive upgrades to vulnerable infrastructure, from seawalls to bridges. And as part of a pilot study, scientists at the Gulf of Maine Institute are using new tools to better calculate rising tides and improve flood preparedness. News Center Maine's Vivian Lee shows us how.
Portland reached its third highest tide on record during a January blizzard 4 years ago, an astronomical high tide which caused flooding along Portland's waterfront and damaged homes and businesses. But it also gave city officials invaluable information to help better prepare for another event.
So there are high water marks here in the city that identify current storm systems and future storm systems as well as we go forward.
Kevin Denault is a Geographic Information System, or GIS, mapping specialist for Portland's Public Works Engineering Department. Portland, along with 2 other coastal communities, has partnered with the Gulf of Maine Research Institute to gather data to help improve tide predictions. Hannah Baranis, a scientist with GMRI, is leading the pilot project. She says data collected from Maine's 5,000-mile coastline is limited. Currently, there are only 30 gauges installed to measure water levels.
Having more measurements of water level along the coastline is going to be hugely helpful to essentially checking if our models of flooding are accurate.
Utilizing a $50,000 grant, scientists have installed several water level monitoring sensors like this one to gather that important data.
It's ultrasound, so it shoots an ultrasonic wave down at the water surface.
Powered by solar panels, the inexpensive sensors were installed just this week in St. George and in Portland's Back Cove, an area the city does not have a lot of data on when it comes to flooding.
We see more vulnerability in Back Cove in terms of buildings, homes, and residential property.
The data from the sensors are measured in real time, and as part of a community science program, residents in all communities will also take measurements and photos of where the sensors are located. Now in March, scientists plan to apply for $1 million in grant research money from the National Science Foundation to potentially include as many as 20 communities along the coast. A sensor will also be installed on the Booth Bay Peninsula. The information, meanwhile, will be used to establish flood thresholds and improve emergency response, from evacuating residents to closing roads. In Portland, Vivian Lee, News Center, Maine.
Coastal communities which want to participate in the expanded pilot project can contact scientists at the Gulf of Maine Research Institute. And we will have more information on our website and mobile app.